my YouTube channel where I've just been posting the most random stuff, okay? I got the cut therapy, I got the barber queens, got a little cuts, a little unboxings. You know, we're just trying to be consistent. That's it. Anywho, today we have Brittany here and she has an undercut. See? And so we're going to do a little undercut tutorial because honestly, we don't really see a lot of lady cuts on YouTube. So I just want to help you guys learn how to cut some women's hair. And we're going to put a little design in it. We like soft lines here. We don't go for the hard lines. We like to keep it feminine. So that's what we're going to do. And I hope that this helps you. Okay, bye. Alright, first we're going to start off with our Ergo Clippers by Gamma, using our 1.5 guard, and we are going to go with the grain. I know it may seem like you're not taking off much, but this step really matters. Take your time when going around the ears and near the braids of the hair to ensure we're not cutting the hair that she wants to keep. Now going against the grain, we're going to use the same guard and taking the same precaution. As you see, I like to comb the hair as I'm cutting the hair. This helps to see what hair that we're actually cutting and see what direction to actually cut the hair in. When we go against the grain, we're cutting the hair in the opposite direction that it grows in. Moving on to our one guard, we're going to repeat the same steps. So going with the grain, and as you can see, I'm using the flick out motion, and I brought my brush out to make sure that the hair is laying properly as I'm cutting. Right now, I'm not putting in any lines. I'm just cutting the hair so that I can get a nice, clean foundation. I've used 2 different guards, cutting in areas where the hair may need it to make the hair appear to be the same length. I'm also doing this because most of my lady clients do not like a hard fade, so this allows me to fade without creating a dramatic blend. Now I'm going in with my 0 guard, repeating the same steps, still taking out areas where I see there are dark spaces and blending them in so the hair can appear closer to even as possible. I know I'm at a stopping point when I can tell that there is a little fade, but it also just seems like it's more even. This is perfect foundation for us to really go in and detail anything that we need to. Now at this point, I've taken a holding spray and laid it around the edges, and I'm just drying it in to make sure that the hair is secure and set. Using things like holding spray help for us to really have a crispy lineup, but also not digging too deep into the hair because we have it laid down and in place. So when lining up the C shape, I like to find my starting point and I like to find my finishing point. And once those guys are established, I bring both of them together, creating the perfect C. Taking your time and brushing the hair out every time that you are creating the line is very essential to not cutting too much hair off and mistakenly pushing the hairline back. As you can see, when I'm detailing the line, I'm literally only using the edge of my trimmers. To really get into those little tiny hairs, I anchor my pointer finger, which gives me more stability when I'm going in and really detailing out my curve. Now lining in front of the ear, I'm still using the corners of my trimmers, following the same method as before, creating our starter point, our finishing point, and making the 2 lines meet. Now lining up the side of the neck, I'm lightly tapping right where the hair ends. Now it's time to take my Evo trimmers by Gamma and set our first guideline to continue our fading process. Now going back with our ergos, we're going to go open first and put in our first line. And as you know our method, open, middle, close. We're going to click our lever 2 times to gradually take out our line. And keep clicking all the way to close until our line is completely out. Now it's time for our zero guard. We're going to go in and take the line out that we just created. Because we took the proper steps in the beginning, this should make it really easy to take this line out and to really see our fade coming in. As you can see, I'm cutting it in different directions because I want to cut the hair against the grain, which again is opposite of the way that the hair grows. Don't forget to avoid cutting too much hair off. Make sure that you use the points of your clippers. The point cutting method helps to achieve a seamless blend without taking off too much hair in the process. And to bring the fade together, I'm going to go in with my half guard, making sure that I clear up any spots that stand out in the fade. When creating a soft fade, the detail is what matters a lot. You can definitely set the foundation with your guards, but taking out lines more than putting them in is what helps me to achieve a soft cut. Now we're on to the other side where we're going to put our design. So we're going to go back through all the steps that we've already done. I'm just going to let you watch it and I will be back for more. Moving right along, we are going to lay the hair down with some alcohol and some floating spray just to really get any oils off of the hair and to secure the hair before we actually go and add this design. So I'm going to start by grabbing my white pencil and drawing in the design that I want. It's best to use a sharp pencil because you really want to lightly draw the lines in. The more product that you use, like I used here, it's harder to actually cut through the design, because this is still like a chalk kind of consistency. So as I'm cutting through the design, some of the hair is not really taking. I'm really just cutting off the product. So anywho, just lightly line with the corners of your trimmers, really making sure that you're taking your time, because we do not want to overline it. We would rather underline and not take off enough hair than overline and take off too much hair. Now that we got our first line in, let's go ahead and use our alcohol to take off all the excess product. And then we're going to go back with our holding spray to lay it down again, following the same process. Now you can see what I mean when I say I was really cutting the product. Had I lightly drawn in the design, I would have cut more hair than product, and I would have been able to see my work just a little bit better. But here we are, so let's continue. So now that we see the basis of our design, we're going to go in with the corners of our trimmers, just going around the entire design all over again. It's very important to only use the corners of your trimmers when you are doing the design. This is like your pencil. So the sharper that your pencil is, the better that your outline will be. At some point, you may have to step back just to see where your design truly is and to see if you need to make any adjustments based off the base that you already have. The reason why you do want the first line for your design to be pretty light is because you want to be able to go back and fix any mistakes or just to put your own touches to the actual foundation of the design. Now that we got the second line for our design finished, it is just time to rinse and repeat. We are going to lay the hair down with our brush again, wipe our hair down with some more holding spray, and make sure that we seal it in place with our blow dryer. With the bases of our design set, I like to go in and line up all the outer areas of the hair. So I'm going back through with the start and finish method and making sure that I bring both of the lines together to make our C shape. Lining the client midway through the design helps me to see areas in the design that I want to make more visible to really help the design stand out. Now it's time to detail the design. I'm going back and lining through the bases of the design one more time, and then I'll go in and add any things that I want to add to the leaves to make them pop a little bit more. Using my water resistant enhancements by My Favorite Barber, I'm going in with the brush and just adding the enhancements where I think I want it to pop a little more. This part is at your artistic discretion. These enhancements are really good because they are sweat proof, rub proof, and water resistant. With that being said, in order to create a blend, you have to work fast using these enhancements, because once they dry, they're pretty much set. Doing some last touches and detailing with my clippers, going in areas where I could see I could make the design pop more had it been a little bit more faded. To make any of my lines a little bigger, I go in with my razor because I know that this is going to secure the lines that have already been created while maintaining the size of the lines, whether that be thick or thin. To bring the haircut all together, it's best to go back and assess any areas where you could fix and add finishing touches to really make the haircut stand out. Because I added a little enhancements to the other side, I figured I'd add some to this side. As you can see, I'm going super light with the enhancements because I enjoy creating a naturally enhanced line that barely looks any different when the enhancements are all gone. Alright y'all, we made it to the finish line. This is our finished product. Let me know what you think below. If you have any questions, comments, or anything that you think that I should touch on in the next tutorial, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, well that's it for today. We out.